magical vocals on that, shoot, might be nice.
This is a classic.
Hey guys, I'm DaViinci, and welcome back to Theme Beats, where I take two random words to make a phrase, and that phrase will be the theme that inspires my beat. So let's see what two random words we get today. Hopefully something colorful. I can tell a nice little story, and I have 1 hour to do it. All right, random word generator. Let's see what you got today. Magical is my adjective. Okay. That's actually really good for music, obviously, because it's vague and intangible. Relating to, using, or resembling magic. Wow, that's so helpful. Beautiful or delightful in such a way as to seem removed from everyday life. That's how I feel about the word magical. It's like magic is not something supernatural necessarily. It's just something you don't understand that appears amazing. One noun, let's see. Monkey. All right, magical. Bruh, I can't put this on the screen and then people click to the middle and they just see a magical monkey, bro. That's not a good look. All right, just for like politically correct purposes, because I don't want to be profiled as a Okay, random word generator. Let's get one more noun, please. Just anything else. Detail. Okay. All right, cool. I can do that. Make a very intricate beat. And have some trippy things that confuse the ear a little bit. It's hard to type and talk at the same time. Detail, an individual feature, fact, or item. I'm going to put the words up on the screen and I'm going to start the timer so that I can try to tell you a little story in an hour with my beat. But I'll show you obviously how I make the beat, the different components, skip ahead, la-di-da-di-da, put up the words right now. And I'll start the timer right now. All right, so let's get some sounds out of handy dandy Splice. And I'll let you know what I got, and that will inspire my beat. So let's get into it. Bam. All right, I got a lot of sounds here. So this is going to be a struggle, especially with the timer. Let's see, where am I at? 10 minutes. All right, so it's obviously a balance between getting the best sounds I can, and I have 50 minutes now to tell a story. And then, you know, the topic magical details is double-edged sword because it allows me to make a great sounding song, but expectations are high. Okay, let me show you these sounds real quick. All right, that's going to be like a pad in the background, and it's just going to give a sense of magic, obviously, but I'm going to have it fade in. Something like that, like a chord change. The only thing is this sample is outrageously long. It's like many minutes long. So I'm going to cut it really quick. Should be good enough right there. Okay. Take this audio and put it boop right there. It's shorter. I'll fade out the end. All right, I'll fiddle with that later. Next sound. Ooh, yeah. So I was thinking I want to do something a lot like that song Redbone by Childish Gambino, because they have, that song is like such a magical song. It took me a long time to actually say like, let me like figure out what they're doing here, because I just let it be, you know, magical in my head. But one of the cool things that they did, there's a video on YouTube about how they made it. They used two bass lines, or two bass instruments. There's an electric bass that you would play like a guitar, and then there's an 808 sub bass, like this. So I'm gonna combine these two bass lines, but bass instruments. I keep saying that. But the instrument is just gonna do like every once in a while, ding, bam, It's like a little accent. So with this bass, I'm gonna have this kick, pair them. One of the most magical things that I have heard in songs is when the bass line. So if you imagine like the kick every 4 notes, then you have the volume of the bass kick in the middle. So it's like it's called side chaining, I believe. And it's just gonna be where it starts quiet and then gets loud. So it switches off with the kick and it gives you this like overwhelming feeling. It's hard to explain, but I'm gonna try to accomplish it so you can hear it. Okay. My snare just sounds like a real regular snare to kind of keep things in reality, and then the magic will contrast against it. A little magical snap to do once in a while. Complement the snare. Here's my shaker. Have that oscillate left to right ears. Give you that texture feeling. Like this is really going to be a beat full of texture and like an audio neural experience or whatever they call those things. You can just close your eyes and let it swish around your head. Okay, next sound. All right, so there's my cliche magical sound. I'm gonna cut that up, have it fade in volume wise. You know, do that surround sound thing around your head, and add some effects on that, and just have that kind of faintly like popping in and out of the beat. So I'm basically having a lot of magical details, and that is the main magical detail. That's like if you had to have one. So it's gonna be, I'm interpreting it both ways. All right, so I got this bell as well because I thought, you know, this is too easy. Now I need to add more stuff. Just kidding. Okay, if I have time at the end, I'm gonna add a little bit of bells here and there just to keep it interesting. But you know, I may not get to that. All right, let's see what I'm gonna do first. So I'm gonna start with a really basic kick. Slow it down a lot. All right, may adjust that later, but I'm gonna get this effect first so I can figure that out. Okay. The magical vocals on that shoe might be nice. All right. So that took me a while, but I'm going to enhance it a little bit more by using equalization. And another trick I love for the kick and the bass to make space for the others. So I'm going to look at the kick first. Okay, kick is mostly in this area. So I'm going to quiet down everything else. Just kind of roughly. And this area is about 50 hertz. So I'm going to go over to the bass and hollow out 50 hertz a little bit, which is right where the bass is. Of course, we love that. All right, sounds all right. So now I'm going to use Wave Shaper to make the bass a little bit rounder, bigger. All right. And a little reverb around here. Okay, now that I've used all my time up, let's go to the next sound. So I wanted this one to be offbeat, but maybe not that much offbeat. this one sounds offbeat even though it's not. Because the sample distorts when it's low. Alright, that's enough fanciness here. It will have to do because I have... What is that, 33 minutes left? Y'all can see the timer, but I can't because technology. Alright, next sound. Alright, just a little teaser for you. Hi-hats. So, once again, I panned these by hand, but instead of the volume, well, I said panning, but the other one was volume. This one is actually panning, so starts on the left ear, gradually moves to the right ear, did it all by hand, so it sounds a little bit more trippy. And then I have the volumes oscillated. I'm going to make some of these more dramatic. Okay. So, have those swishing around and maybe add some reverb to that. All right, and once again, this is just a quick, well, not once again from this video, but I said it in another video. This is a quick mix and master, so, you know, nothing too fancy. I just want to get the general gist of what I want it to sound like, and if I was going to make this into a full-fledged song, I would just go back and edit it. Okay, we got this little magical background noise. I'm making the song in minor because that's what my bass line was in, minor key. But also, I just naturally like make everything in minor. I have to actively make it in major, and then sometimes it still turns out to be just the minor of another key because of the way that I used it. But just such a sad boy. No, I just like the way that the minor notes pull against each other, and it's like, I really feel something. You know what I'm saying? All right, I don't need to explain all the magic here. You know what I'm saying. So let me see if I have any time left. No, I don't. So I'm going to build the song. If I have any time after I build the song, then I'll work on that little thing. But, you know, it's unlikely. So anyway, let's see what we got here. All right, as you can see, I went a little bit over my time, but, you know, I had to do what I had to do. I'm trying to get you a good beat, at least something decent, you feel me? An hour is tough, and originally I actually made this idea so that I could make myself spew out ideas and then go back and refledge them later, so maybe I'll refledge this beat. But I put some effects on it, tuned all the instruments, have an automation clip right here that affects one of the sounds. Anyway, just listen to it. Please. Magical detail. All right. Here, let's try something. Magical detail. Magical detail. A magical detail. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you for watching. This is Theme Beats episode 6. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.